Hey, it's White Boy Chris. If the Pat Downs ever made you laugh, then join our Patreon and support us. Get bonus content, a t-shirt, or an autographed copy of Rabbit, Miss Pat's autobiography. Visit MissPatComedy.com for the link to the Patreon, and while you're there, join our Facebook group.
Welcome to another episode of the Pat Down. We're here at my house. Look like Chris read a lot in the back, but I know that's just decoration. And there's Dion, because he didn't clean up his room, so he keeps the logo in the back.
Mad facts. No disputing it.
I can tell by the connection of your beard, your room is not clean.
The connection of your beard is unkempt, therefore.
Sorry, I didn't shave my beard like you shaved yours.
Fuck y'all. Stay tuned after this. I'm gonna kill you, nigga.
You better get up, get out, and tune into this podcast. This Pat spit the truth, spit the real fact. Nothing but the ugly, classy at the same time. Pat got the flavor, these are not your same lines. That's the politics, she been on the real grind. It could be pretty but ugly at the same time. Just tune in, put your lock on the spin down. Ain't no need for the wait and turn it up now. What you talking about? Is it real though? And cut the game, you get no play like Nintendo. You wasted time, turn it up, nothing but the ugly. Straight off the top, everything she say, you know it's funny. Full blast, this a taste of the future. Listen on your iPhone, on your desktop computer. Share it, tweet it, ain't no way to beat it. Nothing but the ugly, turn it up and gon' repeat it.
Yeah, I need y'all to be the fuck quiet in there. I don't want a nigga talking. Slap y'all like that man did at that motherfucking restaurant. Did you see that new nigga cracker they found? That cracker slapper?
No. What is it?
What the fuck have you been?
You see Harry Tubman flash across the head.
Man, this black man underground the railroad the shit out of this white dude. He said, but what was so fucked up? The white man thought he had the right to explain. He said, look here, there's a difference between a black person and a nigga. And that old black man said, bam! I was like, ooh, man. He hit that white man like his name was Rufus. I said, I know that black man named Rufus. Only old black people named Rufus slap you around the restaurant like
Chris, he was slapping this white man for all of us.
Nigga, when I tell you, I ain't never screamed for somebody to stop slapping somebody white. I said, stop, Rufus! Stop. You heard him.
It was at an Applebees.
Was it Applebees?
Yeah, that was at an Applebees. Some old white man was talking to, it looked like the kitchen staff. It looked like the dude who was cutting the steaks back there. So you know his hands were strong. He called him a nigga, and man,
he didn't call him no nigga. He said there's a difference between black people and niggas. And the black man said, anybody
he called him a nigga
word?
the second time.
Oh, after the first hit? Well, he had a right to call him a nigga then.
Well, I Googled it, and all I got was man lunged at Applebee's bartender with meat cleaver after being asked to show COVID vaccination proof.
Nah, somebody posted it in the group a couple days ago.
All right, I'll see if I can find it and play it.
I think I might be able to send it to you on Instagram.
All right, perfect.
Because I watched it 1,000 times. This man got slapped so hard he fell in slow motion.
Nigga, when I tell you that shit was crazy, that shit was crazy.
Let me find it.
Man. I just miss Pat saying, I've never wanted a black man to stop hitting a white man before.
Because as he was turned, the white man said, I don't know what the fuck. I felt sorry for the white. Hold on for a second.
I just sent it to you on Instagram, Chris.
Got it.
Set the fuck down and don't move. He turned back around and said, didn't I tell you not to say it again? And the last time he ended up on his ass. I mean, when I tell you to take your bare hand and to hit a motherfucker like that, your name got to be Rufus.
He was slapping him like he was a tambourine.
Here we go.
There's black. There's a difference between black and nigger.
Slaps to the head. Nowhere but the head. Oh shit.
Please, I'm gonna have to ask you.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
Slow motion.
The people walking around there, the nigga picked up his hat like he had just got full from the restaurant and walked off.
He goes back to hit him some more too. So the guy looks like he's a white guy's like mid-50s, uses the hard R, and there's like a big, I think it's a cop in between the two of them, or some Applebee's worker.
No, it's a manager.
Well, he's big too, but after he said the hard R, he moved out of the way and just said, "Well,
it don't matter. The A will get you slapped. The hard A will get you slapped."
And every one of those little cracks is just a hit. He walks.
But you know what? Nobody spoke on. Nobody said that was a baby birthday party about to happen right there.
Come on, your mouth again.
You see the cake on the table?
Yeah. The birthday cake. Man,
I hope he was not there for the birthday party. Because the last thing you want is your grandbaby see you show up and like this got a good old nigga ass whooping.
Yeah. Sean _Larkins posted it on Instagram. It says, don't say it, damn it. He said it. This one's for the ancestors. This one's for Wakanda. These two are for John Lewis. Oh, man. Just listen to these slaps.
It's a grown man. Oh, another grown man.
And he walks away and comes back for more at a certain point, and that's when the guy falls down. The wife's trying to tell him to stop.
Come on, your mouth again.
The manager's trying to catch the chair.
He's the white man, you're on your own. I gotta save these chairs.
You gotta take that racism to Chili's. That don't go down to Applebee's.
Yes, like one guy's like, what would you say, 2 inches taller than him? The black guy's 2 inches taller than him, younger, clearly physically fit. Like, what did he think was going to happen when you said the N-word?
The way that nigga put his hat on, that nigga's in his 50s.
Yeah.
That was not a young boy. That was an older man whooping another older man ass. I bet you don't think about that shit.
I'm just surprised he slapped him the whole time. He was trying to disrespect him. He was like, you want a nigga, I give you a nigga.
I mean, somebody with your bare hand like that shit is painful.
Yeah, and he hit him like at least 12 times.
It wasn't
slapping the shit up.
It wasn't a fist. It was just like on the side of his face with his open hand like a bitch. Like he just
He probably was like, let me go get the candles out the car for this birthday party.
The whole restaurant went, oh, what'd you do?
But y'all didn't go to their birthday party.
He didn't ruin it. The old man ruined it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I hope he was not there for the birthday party. Who the fuck give a birthday party at Applebees?
A white male boomer. Like, look, you can see the cell phone, the cell phone clip on his belt.
That slow motion fall was everything.
No, that white man walking by in the back, that like he ain't seen shit was everything. Did y'all not see him?
Mm-mm.
Wait, let him get hit one more time. Watch right there in the back.
Here's the beginning.
Watch this man walk by. Don't even look at him. Oh.
Slap. He just slapped him.
Oh shit. And then you see the man walking by in the back. Man, we said, "Wash your goddamn mouth."
And like look at the people outside, like just eating their food, and there's a waitress just bussing tables. Like, what happens in this Applebee's that just like two people beating each other up over racism just isn't? You're not even going to turn your head and look.
That's America.
It's funny.
Take the video down.
That man came out the bathroom like, that ain't got shit to do with me.
He's about right too. That was a hell of a fucking slap.
Oh, that was great.
I'm not gonna lie, I watched it many motherfucking times. And that word is trigger. I keep telling people when you're wrong color, that shit hit us in the chest. And you want an ass of slapping like that. We have named him Rufus the Cracker Slap. I'm about to go make some plastic big hands and clap together like this with a black man for the handle on it.
How do you say that? Oh, that's just another word. They need to get over it, and then that's the first word you go to when you're ready to throw that. Like,
insult.
Come on.
Yeah.
Rufus the Cracker Slapper. Now I'm like, you can't be talking that shit, Rufus, and you ain't got no pistol on you. Especially with old black men. Old black men don't give a fuck. Nigga, I've already lived my poverty life on this raggedy ass earth and country. I'm ready to die. The way he picked up his hat is like he had just ate dinner. You know how old people put on their hat and like, it's time for me to go?
Yeah.
Like he had just had Thanksgiving dinner. I'm like, okay. Oh, so I'm quite sure y'all know one of my actors passed away, my secretary.
Yeah,
sweet old Lindsey.
She was great in the show.
Yeah, which is, I really liked her too. I just talked to her last week because the episode we just shot, she was supposed to be in, but the role was so small. And I was like, Lindsey, you too good for me to ask you to come from LA for a few lines. Oh boy, if I knew she had that on her mind, I would have brought her ass to Atlanta. I think that's what bothered me the most about the whole thing, knowing that she could have been there with me.
Yeah.
Do we want to say what happened?
No, they said she committed suicide.
Yeah. After being missing for a few days.
Yeah.
She was so sweet. She was a really sweet person to talk to. She was super funny in the show.
Man, you know what? I remember, and I don't even like telling stories and telling about what I do. But and I thought I would always keep this to myself. But I remember when the show moved from LA to Atlanta, and when we started to get up going here with the first episode back, I wanted her, and they said no, she just had a small role. You can get a secretary here from Atlanta. And I was like, no, the fuck I can't. I want her. I fucking like her and I want her. It's like, well, it's really going to cost too much and it's not worth it. I went on Facebook. First of all, I went and found my old call sheet because I don't erase no fucking emails, especially when it come down to the show or business, because I always got a paper trail. I went back to the email. I went back to the old call sheet and I said, what the fuck was the secretary name? Because I forgot. I didn't think about it. Look at the show and fucking look at the credit. I found her name, Lindsey Pearlman, and I went on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and I inboxed the shit out of her. And I said, do you remember me? And she was like, of course I do. I said, look, I want to bring you to Atlanta, but they say the role is too small. I don't give a fuck. I said, would you just say you are a local hire? And she said, yeah. I said, I pay for everything for you to get here.
No.
And I did. Flight, rent a car, food. I said, I want you in this show. And I said, you ain't got to tell nobody. It's between us. And then when I got her locked in that first episode, they had to bring her back for the second one. And I remember coming out one night and coming out from the first season, I'm getting ready to get in my car. And I look up and she's standing there with a flower and a letter, a card. And I said, what's wrong? And she was crying. And I was like, why are you crying? She said, do you know if you didn't invite me back that I was almost about to lose my health care through SAG? And I said, what are you talking about? And she said, Well, with SAG, I have to make a certain amount of money a year for me to keep my SAG insurance. So I said, really? Because, I don't know. I was on my husband's insurance. So I said, well, how much you need to make? She said, I just need to make $23,000 a year, and by you bringing me in, it helped me keep my health care. So I said, okay. I said, so how many episodes is that for you? She said, oh, like 1 or 2. And so I said, well, shit, I keep bringing you back as long as they keep bringing me back. So, because my thing was, even when we wrote her in the small role, and I was like, Jordan, I was more concerned about her losing her health care. And I didn't know if she had been in anything this year, but all I know is I had 2 or 3 episodes to give her because I didn't want to see her lose her health care. So I hit her up and I said, well, the role is too small, Lindsey, but the next episode I got you in because she was such a good actress with the comedy. I wanted people to see a lot of her, as much as I can. So I wanted her to be a part of the community. So Jordan wrote the role of her getting married. I said, no, I don't really want her to get married. But, let's try something else. So we was going to bring her back the next episode with the lady who plays Elizabeth. And then she ended up killing herself. And, I talked to her last week. And I got off the floor and I got all these text messages from her. So I picked up the phone and I called her. I said, are you okay? And she's like, I just don't want to let you down. I said, look, I got you. I said, I got you. I said, you're not letting me down. I said, I appreciate you and I got you. I said, so I'm going to call you next week and tell you about the next thing, what episode I want you to be in. And I come off the floor Wednesday or Thursday, and they waited till we kind of like, well, it was Thursday, wrap the first show. And they showed me her picture she was missing. I was like, this got to be a joke. Because I'm looking back through my, I even got secretary spelled wrong in there up on her name. That's what I got. I look back, I never spelled secretary right because that's what she was, secretary to me. My favorite secretary. And I look back at Texas and I was like, oh my God. Oh, I just wish I'd have gave her that small role and she could have been there with me. And it really just hurt because I always thought she was like frantic, like one of them shaky people. Mm-hmm. So I would be easy with her, Lindsey, I love you. Come on, Lindsey. She was such a big spirit anyway, and so I'm the type of person is like, when you come on a Miss Pat show, a lot of people going to turn into friends and family. So she was one of the people that I talked to. I just text sometimes, how you doing today?
Yeah.
But what you doing? If she called, I always picked up the phone. I remember one night she called me in the middle of the night and she had some relationship problems. And I'm thinking, what the fuck she calling me for? But I just listened. I would just listen. And, you get busy in your life and you're really not paying attention to what people are going through. And I just never, talking to her last week, knowing, because she hit me up about my special also. And she was like, people, I like your joke about the dogs, the people with the fake ass dogs. And she said, but I have a real one. And I said, you do? She said, I have a emotional support animal. It's a cat. And I said, oh, okay. I said, well, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about, she said, I hate them fuckers too. And she was like, I really enjoyed your special. And then she, I guess I wasn't paying attention, if she was calling out for help or I don't know. I just really feel bad.
Well, I don't think you can take that burden on yourself. I mean, she, it's not on you. I mean, it sounds like you were reaching out and you were talking to her. That's the thing is I spent most of my life suicidal, and dealing with this. The person, if you're struggling out there, you got to reach out for help because there's people like Miss Pat that will help you. You just got to open up about it. It's just the suicides are off the charts right now because things feel hopeless and you just got to be talking to people, getting yourself help. You're worth it.
I remember, I was suicidal at 16. I even tried 3 times, I remember it just takes that one person to make you feel like, you know what, there's at least one other person that cares, you know, and you never know who you are for that one person, you know, who's struggling through something. I mean, it could be a complete stranger. It could be your best friend. You never know. So whenever you guys hear someone talking about, you know, suicide, or just they're giving you just a vibe.
If they seem fragile, you know, if they seem fragile, just, are you okay? What can I do to help you?
That small little, are you okay? That genuine question, like, are you okay? Like, is there anything I can do? That makes a world of difference. It really does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. And I you know, I asked myself, because they didn't tell me like they found her dead until after we wrapped on Friday, and then that's when Jordan put them to the side, like they found her, and I was like, oh my God. And you know, this week gonna be kind of rough because the other Elizabeth is coming back, my other neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and those supposed to be my two like friends. I'm podcasting, baby. I need y'all to be quiet, Yolanda. Hold on for a second. Shut the fuck up and sit down till I finish. I want you to get on the sofa and shut the fuck up. So it's gonna be kind of rough this week because, you know, Elizabeth is back, and you know, when you come to the set, I try to make, you know, people don't walk away as just actors no more. Some people become part of the Miss Pat family. And, you know, I really liked her. She was such a shining star. I don't know what type of demon she had or what was going on with her. I remember waking up this morning, I watched the video I posted, and I was like, damn, was I not paying enough attention? I didn't know her that well. You know, I might have talked to her a couple times a month, you know, and I just asked myself in that last conversation, did I miss something? Was I too busy where you know, where when she called out, was she calling out for help? Because, you know, all I kept saying is, I got you, Lindsey. You know, and I just told her how much I appreciated her and how good she was. And I was like, but somewhere I just felt like, fuck, you know, because she could have been here that week with me.
Yeah.
You can't take the blame for yourself. You can't.
I mean, I'm not taking the blame for it. Yeah. It just crossed my mind knowing I had that small role, but in my heart, it was just, she was too good for it.
Yeah. Because I'm sure she appreciated you so much for that, I bet.
Yeah, I think so too. You know, I think so. I really do. I just, you know, she's such a bright star, and she just could have been bigger than life. And you just never know what people are going through. I mean, even when I'm sitting there bored and, you know, people want to talk and I can't spell everything right to talk back to them, I do try to listen. I really do. I mean, some of that shit, some of them messages come in so long, I'm like, look, I can't be reading all this shit. So I said,
fine, I'll stop sending you my Facebook statuses. I get it.
But I try to spam through it, and, you know, I'm no psychiatrist shit, but some people just need people to talk to. Because you just never know what people had in life.
Yeah.
But, you know, life is never bad enough for you to kill yourself. Your situation is never bad enough for you to kill yourself. So, you know, keep your head up. And, you know, I mean, think about the people who love you. Because there's somebody out there that loves you. Especially if you listen to this podcast and you're a crack baby. Ain't nobody got time for y'all to be doing this shit. We need y'all. Go in the Facebook group and get the arguing with Dion.
No, don't do that.
Spell it D-I-O-N.
That'll get you cussed out.
I can tell you this. I did watch a show this weekend because I kept hearing so much about it. Last week, The Tinder Swindler.
Yes. Did you watch it?
I watched it.
What the
And-
fuck? How did Tiger
But
Woods' wife get swindled?
Was it Tiger Woods' wife?
No, and she looked like her. She was as beautiful as Tiger Woods' ex-wife, the one that beat him with the golf club, like that Nordic beauty. And then she's like, "Yeah, okay, I'll send you $800,000." What?
But the thing is with him, he was I'm podcasting, baby. He was a smooth. Gary, tell him to shut the fuck up. He was a smooth operator, but he really didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah,
He really did. I mean, those women gave that man. They thought they was in a relationship. What he was a cheating, lying bastard.
ethically he was wrong. Legally he was not. Apparently, that's how maybe we'd put it. Morally gross, but they signed contracts with. If you haven't seen it, like this guy pretends to be a billionaire's son, and then just gets women to send him Amex cards and basically just rips them off. One, you know, spending on one with the money he stole from the last one or talked out of. Yeah. Swindler's a great word for it.
Which was, who was the lady with the baby? Was that really his woman?
That, I don't think they ever got clear on that. She was like a Russian model who seemed to probably have his baby and was partly in on it. And then he had the friend coming out and she was giving him money while they were living on the last girl's money. I mean, it was wild.
So I need to watch it, is what you're telling me, because I haven't watched it.
It's worth it.
I mean, the Arabian dude was a pimp, and he's still rich. And they say he just hired a Hollywood agent.
Yep.
he just it's gonna be a great movie.
We hopped from that right into an Inventing Anna, which is basically the same story, but like a female version. By Shonda Rhimes did a show called Inventing Anna on Netflix, and this Anna Delvey goes around like stealing from rich people. It's pretty good.
Oh, really?
I just don't get it. I don't understand how it keeps happening. I can figure you get one or two people, but
I mean, but this dude was cold-blooded. I mean, he showed you, he gave you the life. He flew you on planes. He had a month with you, 30 days. He gonna wine and dine. After that, he need all his receipts back. He need all his money back so he can go do the next shit to the next hole. But that other girl got him good when she was like, "I'm gonna help you while you're in jail." She got all that nigga expensive clothes and sold them secondhand.
his real life girlfriend, yeah, she like went and he had like Fendi and Louis Vuitton and like all the top end clothes. Like hundreds of thousands of dollars. And while she's doing the interview, it pops up. It goes, bing, bing. Oh, she goes, I just sold something on whatever the app is on Craigslist, and it's a $400 bag. Or like, oh my god, she's cackling.
Yeah, he got them good, but he got every one of them good. But you know, I think they just made him because he was very nice looking.
Yeah,
I just think they made him more famous with that documentary. So he's somewhat saying, "Ching ching, bitch, thank you."
Well, you remember like Jessica Hahn, if you the HBO movie about the Tammy Faye is great. Jessica Hahn sleeps with like this preacher, and then there was the Amy Fisher and Joey Buttafuoco and Nancy Kerrigan. Like the 90s had like all these crazy stories that were just in the press. Well, now all those stories are on Netflix. Like Fuck the Cats or whatever that documentary was. Like, and it just makes these people
don't
more
fuck with cats.
That was crazy.
They tracked the motherfucker down.
That bitch was obsessed with that motherfucker.
Hey, the crack babies are listening. Be quiet.
She was obsessed with the man who was burning up the cats, wasn't she?
Yep.
she tracked that man motherfucker down to Zulu man. I said, ma'am, it's just a cat. So they should have put that bitch on the Unabomber and everybody else ever committed a crime. And they should give her the whole PPP loan paperwork. So we need you to get everyone. She would have got him too with her crazy motherfucking ass. She was not hidden it. Do you hear me?
Oh man,
that bitch was crazy. So I'm going to catch up on The Handmaid's Tale. That's my shit. That's the only thing I watch on Hulu ever since they dropped my show. So,
not hashtag not bitter.
Hey, but I'm gonna watch The Handmaid's Tale. That's my shit. And I got one crack baby that be on my ass, and you know who you is if you listen. I come off stage when I was performing on road. Man, Pat, did you see Handmaid's Tale tonight? Handmaid's Tale. I'm like, these motherfuckers hit this. Became my friend. I'm like, don't you tell me what happened. I hit you back later. And I gotta tell you this, crack babies. I think I secured a venue for the party.
Really?
Nice.
How many people does it hold?
200.
Oh, man. There's going to be a documentary about the murders over these tickets.
We need to go get the Applebees guy to do security.
And let me say something to you, crack babies. Dion and I, until this moment, did not know there was a venue. We are not going to know when tickets go on sale. We cannot help you. Leave us alone.
Tickets won't go on sale. I'm going to give them to you. I mean, if people come and go all night, then it's enough room. But it's the venue. The place is 3,000 square feet.
You gonna have a revolving door of crack babies? Is that what you just said? That ain't gonna work.
I don't. You know, if you said it, it'll make it look smaller. But if they stand it, it's something different. So, and I do want to have like an open buffet. I do want to have all the alcohol you can eat. I do want it decorated. All the alcohol you can drink. I'm sorry. But you motherfuckers need to get an Uber. I'm working out a thing where I can get a hotel.
Nice.
So if you're coming from out of town, you get a really good rate. And so, you know, if you're not here in Atlanta, but yeah, I'm having a crack baby party.
What date? Do you have a date?
October 15th is the date. I should be signing the contract this week. And we're gonna, you know, just mail you tickets.
Okay. I put it on my calendar.
Yeah.
I think
Chris and I don't know how she's doing the ticket selection, y'all. So don't ask. I can't help you. I won't help you. Matter of fact, if you hit me up, I'm gonna tell Miss Pat not to invite your ass. Leave me the fuck alone.
I mean, I want to invite somebody from every state, you know. I really do. Or any part of the country that will come here, because I want to just have a good time. I mean, it's really, guys, it's just an appreciation party. Just tell you that we appreciate you here for listening to the Pat Down, and I definitely appreciate you when you come out to see me. I just support what I do, fight for me, just having me down. So I'm working on a lot of things. I'm hoping I can give away a few things as you check in, but you know, we'll see. We're gonna, you know. And since it's so, if it get too big, maybe everybody who don't get a ticket to the party, maybe I can do a breakfast with a certain amount of people.
Yeah. Can we do a live podcast?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be fun.
We sure can. That week I'm here, but I want to dedicate that week to just, it's like appreciation. October 15th.
Fun.
If the date changes, something don't work out, but right now I'm letting my people know to block it off. I just had to find a venue. I can't wait. I don't want to share it on the podcast, but I can't wait to tell y'all the ideas for the decorations.
Well, if it's anything like Garrett's party that you were working on, it's going to be amazing.
Actually, it's going to be some of the things from Garrett's party that we didn't use.
Oh, I thought that, but I wasn't going to say it.
The colors are definitely black and gold. Definitely. Okay.
Well, you know, thanks for doing it, because I know everybody's really excited about it.
Yeah, you know, this is the first time. Let's see how I kick off. If I can do it every year, I will. But it's mainly to the people who listen to the podcast and in the Crack Baby group. And it's 15,000, y'all. You know, but we're gonna have
17,000.
Yeah.
It's 17,
yeah,
almost 18,000 guys. So we're gonna have a great fucking time. You know, I won't miss Pat Down. It don't cost you anything. I promise you, it don't cost you anything. All I need you to do is just show up and get your hotel. That's all it's gonna cost you. And I'm gonna find a good hotel. And I'm gonna please get your Uber.
Not like the one hotel that stole all your shit.
I know one hotel that owes you an apology, maybe a few discounts.
You got him right on that one.
Amy?
So, I mean, we're gonna have a good time, y'all. And I it's just appreciation. So we might just turn it into a little weekend.
That'd be great.
Maybe we'll do a live podcast somewhere.
Yeah.
And then turn the venue over and do a fucking. That would be a good idea.
Yeah, maybe do a couple live podcasts. Friday night, Saturday.
Chris, you really trying to work while everybody else is trying to party?
Yes.
Yeah, because he ain't trying to do shit. That's what he do.
Work is fun.
And we get to see Chris dance.
Oh, no, you don't.
It's free liquor. Yes, we do.
You gonna dance,
I'm going to get you fucked up, Chris.
You going to bag that back up.
I'm going to drop it like it's lukewarm.
You going to drop it like if it was there.
See, if I had ass, this is where it'd be touching the ground.
So make sure y'all stay tuned. How far are we?
We're ready. Yeah, we're done. We're good.
So make sure y'all stay tuned, and we're gonna have a good fucking time. So with that said, we're gonna get the fuck out of here, and thank you for joining another episode of the Pat Down. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode of the Pat Down. Make sure you check out my website at misspatcomedy.com for all of my social media, my tour dates, my book. Make sure you spread the word about my podcast. Please rate and review. Please rate and review and share. Thank y'all so much, y'all. I've been Miss Pat.